Moving forward, uh, use formula or function to calculate this. Use a formula or function to calculate the gain. Now, if the selling price is higher than the cost price, or the loss if the cost price is higher than the selling price of each item from sales E2 to E11. Let me go through that code again. Now the gain is this: if the selling price is higher than the cost price, okay, or the loss if the cost price is higher than the selling price of each item from sales E2 to E11. E2 to E11. All right, so E2 to E11. So if this is higher than this, is gain. If this is lower, then it's loss. Okay. All right, so I'll quickly click on this. I think I'm going to use an if function here. I'll do equals. Okay, I'll do equals, and then I'm going to call for if. That's the if function right there. If this is greater, okay, if this is less than this, yeah, if the cost price is less than this the selling price, then you can see there, this is the logical test. So this is the logical test which we have done. Okay, and then you now put your result. If that is the case, it is going to display. If that is the case, if that is true, it is going to display gain, because sorry, so I'll put that in quotation mark, gain. I'll display gain. Okay, and then I'll do this again. If it is a loss, I'll now do loss. So if that condition is not true, that means we are selling at a loss. Now, but from what I did here, I don't think any of the items will be at a loss, because all the selling prices are higher than the cost price. So I'll just press enter, and I have gain there. So that's how to use it. Use the if function. Remember, the question says if, say, the gain, so it should be showing gain if the selling price is higher than the cost price, or the loss if the cost price is higher than the selling price. Okay, so and then they want it from E2 all the way to E11. So I don't have to do this for all of them. I just have to replicate. How do I replicate the function or the formula? I'll go to this tiny looking green square there, that tiny looking green dot there. I'll move my mouse pointer to it. Once I'm pointing at it, I can click, hold, and drag. Click, hold, and drag, and then you'll see it has all shown us gain. Now, if I'm running at a loss, let's say I do this for 320. No, it shouldn't be for tissue. Let me use for bread. Let's say the bread wants to expire, and then they decide to sell it for 320 instead of the usual 400. Now, when I press enter, I'll be running at a loss right there. Okay, so that's just it. So I will leave it at this. Okay, I'll just leave it this way. All right, so let me jump right on to the question. Okay, now number C2 says 110% of the cost price of each item from sales F2 to F11. F2 to F11. It wants to get 110%. 110% is 110 over 100. That looks like 1.1. 1.1. So you want to calculate 1.1 times, is it the selling price or the cost price? Let's see, 1.1 times the cost price. So I can do equals 1.1 times, so we will use our asterisk as the multiplication, times the cost price, which is here. In this case, it is C2. It is C2. So once I'm done with that, I'll press enter. Now, if you calculate properly, 110% would be that figure. 350. The 10% is 555. Okay, yeah. The 10% will be 35. So 350 plus 35 will be 385. So in the same way, I will just replicate this. I'll just replicate this and I have the result. Okay, now take note. Okay, so watch this. I just want to point out this. I think there's something I need to mention here, but let me explain this part first. So if you watch, initially we did for C2 and D2. So when we come down here, you see it's now for C3 and D3. So Excel makes that possible for you. It will change the values of the test to the corresponding cell addresses, okay, of the next row. Okay, let me come here. Let me quickly switch back to the question. Where are we? So 110% of the cost price. Okay, so we have actually achieved this. Now the same thing happens here. The same thing happens here. C2, C3. You see, it keeps changing and multiplying to give you the corresponding answers or the corresponding values. All right, jumping forward. Now determine whether target is met or not by typing target met or target not met in cells H2 to H11 for each items. So we are to type it ourselves, okay, if target is met or if it is not met. Now note that target is met when the selling price is 110% of the cost price. So that means that when we come here and we see that this selling price is equal or higher than the target, we will say they met target. Else we will say they did not meet target. Okay, else they did not meet target. So in this case, they did not meet target because they sold at a loss. All right, let's go back again. That cost price or more. So otherwise target is not met. Okay, so here I'll just put, well, I don't know where did they specify where we should put that. Okay, we'll say in H2. Okay, from H2 to H11. So H2 to H11. So we're skipping G here. H2 to H11. This is greater than this. So target not met. Not met. So let's do all of the not met. I'll just double click on that. Yeah, let's do all of the not met of the not met of the target not met. I'll just copy this, so I'll be typing over and over again. The target for this one is not also met. Okay, this one, the target of this one was met, so I'll just skip. The target of this one was met, I'll skip. The target of this one was not met. Yes, not met. The target of this one was met. The target of this one of the body cream, the target of the body cream, yeah, it was not met. It was not met because this number is lower than the selling price. Oh, sorry, it was met. Sorry. So I need to delete that. Okay, so I need to copy that again. Where are we? Okay, I would have loved to use a function to do this job because it's a lot faster and you're sure you won't make any mistakes once you get the first one right. But since they say we should type, so that is what I'm typing and I'm using my brain to do this. We could have used if, just like we did before. All right, so this price is higher than this price, so the target is met. This price higher than this price, the target is met. This price higher than this price, the target is met. So sorry, I was pointing at my screen. I didn't realize that you guys would not see me pointing at the screen. Okay, so this price is higher than this price, so the target is met. This price lower than this, met. This price higher than this, met. This price higher than that, met. So for all of this we met target apart from these three, so we'll just do target met. I hope that's what they want us to type there. Let's confirm again. Yes, that is what they want us to type. They did this in small letter. I like to represent things the way it is in the question. I don't know, I just want an exact match of what the mark scheme you say. So this is correct. So I'll just do this, duplicate this. I'll copy this instead, come here and paste it, and just duplicate all the way down. All right, so I think I've completed this part. Let me jump right in again. See, it says insert a footer and type in your full name. Insert a footer and type in your full name and index number. Okay, let's switch back up. To insert a footer, you quickly can go through insert. Okay, but I like to come here. This page layout here. Once I click on it, the header and the footer is going to appear. So this is the header, this is the header, and then that down there is the footer. Okay, so what did they say we should do? That we should go to the footer and insert full name and our number. So please remember, when you're doing a work like this, remember to use your full name exactly the way it is spelled in your examination paper, the same way you were registered. Please, it's very important. What's my reg number? I don't have a reg number, so I'll use that NG. That becomes my reg number. All right, that's that. What else? Save your work in the folder created on the desktop using your full name as file name. Using your full name as file name. So you type your name as name of the document. Remember, you must have created a folder on your desktop according to the instruction. Look at the instruction there. According to this very instruction, you must have created a folder where you're going to save every bit of the work that you've done. All right, moving back. So we are supposed to save this with our name. So you go to more saving. If you have this version of Excel, or you can click on that more save options, and then you come here, you choose where you want to save it, preferably on the desktop, because that is what the instruction says. Put that on the desktop and type your full name. I'm sorry guys, I have a call now. Hello sir. Yes, I am, sir. I am by the 9 blocks. I'm coming down to other classes. There you go. All right, so you have to save this with your full name. Your full name. Instead, you're interrupting my video. I did do video. You are interrupting me.
Now they talk like this.
Yes.
This one you're saying now, you're going to cut it, or you're going to edit it, so you're going to.
I'm telling you to stop because your voice did not already enter.
You WhatsApp, but I said, talk quality.
It's a record now. If I can cut your voice, why can't I cut my own? Okay, go. Right. All right. So remember, you have to type your full name here, which is the instruction. Make sure you save this with your full name. All right, and then you save it to the folder that you've created already, your work area on the desktop. So you navigate to your desktop. Where is mine? That desktop, and then you look out for your work area and save yours there. Okay. All right, then you click on save. Okay, so that's that for the question. And then you print your work showing formulas. Yeah, print your work showing formulas and functions. Submit to the supervisor. So let's move over to the question. So I will go back to the normal view. Okay. All right. So we need to print this showing the formulas and the functions that we used. So to achieve that, I'll quickly go to formula here, and then I'll go to show formulas. Click on that, and the formulas are going to appear. Now remember, you showed the formula in full. Okay, so come to this column line, double click once, and that's that. Well, I can adjust this further just to make it look finer. Select all of them and double click on that, and this would do. So you have to print this and submit to your supervisor. All right, that will be that for this video. So I'll see you in the next video, which is question number 3. Thank you. Please, if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, share. and hit the notification button. Okay, all right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.